your point. You're not, like, it's either you or you lose your
All
slot.
right, so
All right.
I want us to just take a moment. If you look around the room, look around this dais. This bill affects in some form, in some capacity, affects every one of us. Okay? So this is such an expansive bill. So you may think, oh, it's some, bill that won't affect me, but it does. But it does, because it affects every one of us up here to some degree. That's how broadly this bill is written. And so to that, I want to, first of all, thank you, Commissioner Lopez, for bringing this forward. I think it's important that we have this conversation, and of course, mindful of the conversation, because we do have our attorneys over there, and we do want to make sure that we put ourselves in the best posture possible. So, so I just want clarity in exactly what you'd like us to try to resolve today or give direction with. But I will say this. We do need to be careful. I mean, we could look at this through many different lenses. And I, for one, obviously, because there's so much ambiguity, I would take advantage of that ambiguity personally. But, as they look at me, but I do think that, to have the attorneys explore and come back to us and individually, I think is the smart first step. That way we get as much clarity and we can have these conversations, because if we do end up in any sort of situation in the future, I want to make sure that we, again, put ourselves in the best posture forward. So, Chairman, I do think, if that was a motion, I'll just rephrase it. I'm happy to second that motion. So I have an
It's
amendment.
or.
May I?
It's or, though. It doesn't mean it's not directing them to do it. It's either or.
I just want them to research it and then get back to us individually to let us know what our options are.
Yeah, because let me tell you my one concern about going with the route of just going straight to the courts is that, well, I don't know, legally what we can and can't do in terms of standing, but that's for them to figure out. But, I don't want to have them determine for us. Like, I'd rather us create our positions. What if there are, like, they're looking at other municipalities and other counties that are also being affected of this up and down the coast, right, of this wonderful state. So what's going to happen is some may have a more liberal interpretation, and I don't want to then hurt those municipalities or counties, because now we're seeking some sort of rendering from a court that may look at it through a more, as the term was used, conservative lens, and we may now hurt maybe some other municipality in the state. So I don't know. So I like the idea of supporting the direction to explore. I need to know more about it before. So maybe you can restate that to say